Actually, Sherlock Fundraising is very simple to do, very simple to use. You're going to need very little help. This particular webinar should answer all your questions, and you should be good to go, ladies and gentlemen. The first step is the site itself. You want to go to our main site, SherlockNation.com. Click on products, click on fundraising. It'll take you right to the right page. Or if you want to go directly to the page, you go to SherlockNation.com/products/fundraising. You'll notice at the top of the screen, it says how it works, FAQs, contact, and sign up. We'll go through each of those real quickly here, but they're self-explanatory. You can go through them on your own. The first one is how it works. It will tell you that there's no cost to the organization or the supporters to use the Sherlock Fundraising platform. Typically, within 48 business hours, the organization will receive a link to a new homepage and they can get started. You can read more about how it works up here in the top right-hand corner, how it works. The next thing at the top is FAQs. Now, this will be an evolving FAQs. As you have questions that get submitted to the corporate office through the regular support ticket system, those FAQs, if they are common, will be added to the FAQ right here. So before you go asking someone a question, please take the time to read through the FAQs and see if your question is already answered here. Again, if you've got a question that's not answered here, we're going to take the time to make sure we get it added in the future, because we want this to be a self-contained, easy to use, and it already is, but we want to make it even more so. The next one is contact. Up in the top right, you'll see contact. If you need some support, some help, you can actually hit contact there. This would actually be a good place to put your question for us to add to the FAQ if you don't see it already there. The next one is sign up. The sign up is very, very simple, ladies and gentlemen. The fundraising homepage is free, and it's absolutely easy to sign up. Sherlock Foundation, Sherlock organization, they simply fill out. Let me take you to the live page right now. All right, now we're on the live site, and so I want you to see where it's Sherlock Fundraising, SherlockFundraising.com. And up at the top, we've already talked about how it works, FAQs, and content. I wanted to take you to the real site for sign up because it's real simple to sign up, real self-explanatory too. The top box is your affiliate ID number. Now, obviously, you have to be active with your monthly subscription in order to sign up an organization. You put your name, first and last, your email, and then the name of the person at the organization that's going to be in charge. Then you've got the organization name and the organization email. Now, that organization email, if they have a PayPal account, you want to use that email here because that's how they're going to get paid the funds that they raise. Now, if they just put a traditional email, not their PayPal, then our support staff is going to have to take the time when they have a payment to pay out to get in touch with you to get the organization's PayPal email account. So be proactive, be a leader, get the organization to put their PayPal email in here so we can easily pay them when they start to earn money. Then the organization's mission. Now, this will actually be added to the homepage, so give it a little thought. Have it be compelling to where their supporters will want to donate. The organization's URL. So that would be the organization's website address. Now, if your organization, say it's a Little League ball team or something, and they don't have a website, somebody needs to create a Facebook page or something so you have an organizational URL. I'll show you why later. Then the organization's phone number or the key person's phone number. You're going to update the logo. And so on the logo, you're simply going to come here where it says Browse, and you'll simply select the picture, the logo, and insert it. How did you find us? Now, typically, they're going to say, Mark Levesque shared this with me, or however they found us, they're going to let us know. It's going to help us for future marketing. The monthly goal that they want to raise. Now, as affiliates of the Sherlock Fundraising Nation, you want to be really careful. Don't set their expectations so high and unrealistic. We're going to help them raise a little bit of funds, doing something fun online. Keep the expectations reasonable. $100 a month, $200 a month, $300 a month. Those are great goals. Now, if you're talking to a larger organization, organizations of any substantial size, over 400 potential supporters, you need to get someone at corporate involved in the process. You do not want to be signing up large organizations without having corporate involved. Use the comments section at the top to get help with that. Any additional comments to the organization you want to make as you're filling this out, you put there, then yes, you agree to the following terms. The terms below, you can read. I'm not going to read it for you, but you can read these. They basically spell out the commissions that I'm going to talk to you a little bit, and they just talk about the expectations of the organization and what we agree to provide to that organization. Pretty straightforward, common sense stuff. Once they fill it out, click they agree, they're going to hit send, and then they're going to begin their journey. Allow about 48 business hours, and then you should have the site up and running, ready to go. All right, after 48 business hours, the site link will be sent out to the organization, you'll be copied, and you'll be good to go get started. This is an example of our very first one we did in our beta test here in St. Louis. It's called Faith Miracle Temple. They're a real friend and actually affiliates of the Sherlock Nation. And so let me go through some of the highlights for you of the page itself, the free homepage. The first thing you'll notice is the company gets their logo here. You notice in the sign-up form, we ask for the logo. Well, here's where it goes. And so you want to try to keep it in as much of a square box as possible, because this is the area that the logo will go. You'll also notice that when a person clicks on the logo, it takes you to their URL. That's why we ask for the URL in the sign-up process. Here's a really neat point right here. Click here to make us your homepage. You want to teach your organizations, to teach your supporters to do that. So the person will actually click here to make their homepage, and it will show them how easy it is to do. You simply move this B up to the home on your thing. So if I want to make this my homepage, I would simply click here, bring it up, and drop it on the home up here. This document is now my new homepage. Voila. It's that easy, ladies and gentlemen. So that's how you make it your homepage. You want to teach them how to do that, because that way it's going to keep it in front of them. Now, this shopping Sherlock app here, this is a part of the program, but it's not part of the fundraiser. If they take the free homepage, then this Sherlock here is the Sherlock of the affiliate that signed them up. So you sign them up for free, but they're actually promoting your Sherlock. Now, in this case, the church actually is an affiliate in the program, so it is the church's shopping Sherlock app. However, if you sign up an organization and they don't buy their own license, they don't become an affiliate, then you're going to have your app right on their homepage. So they're out there actually raising money with the fundraising homepage, but they're actually sharing your app. That's a really cool point of the program. Mark, anything you want to share about that?
Sure, Chuck, I have a question. If they don't want to make this page their homepage, what should they do?
They should just save it to their favorites, bookmark it to where they can get back to it easily and often.
Okay, sounds
Great question. Again, here for the supporter, we have some information, and you'll notice this is the part where they wrote their mission in the enrollment page, and so the mission is actually put on the site. Then we got a little bit of how to actually use the things right here, these 4 boxes. We'll always have something featured here to raise money, and then if they do a search here on Yahoo in the platform, it actually raises money for the organization. We'll get into commissions later, but this is one of several ways of making money. Now, the activities are up here across the top. If you scroll down a little bit, the activities are also across the bottom. So as supporters of the organization, come here and click on surveys and do surveys. It's going to open up surveys that the person can do. These surveys are going to want to know male, female, continue. You'll go through a little survey to qualify for the surveys. But then as you do these surveys, you're actually raising money. You'll notice up here in the corner, it's Peanut Labs. This is a very reputable, large company that does surveys for all types of organizations around the world. And so they're actually paying the supporters of your organization to do surveys. It's that simple. It's one of the many things we've found. The next one is games. You can simply download games and raise money for your organization. Right here on the homepage. Come down here, you'll see games, and there'll be more games added all the time. We're actually looking at some different alternatives here, but as they install these games, it raises money for the organization. Offers. This is one of our favorites. A lady by the name of Angie Thomas. She's part of Christ Center Church, one of our fundraising organizations. She explored every aspect of these special offers, and it was absolutely amazing. For example, if you're going to give the Disney Movie Club, and you're going to buy it anyway, you wouldn't do this just to be raising money, but if you're going to buy it anyway, you'd buy it here through the fundraising homepage, and $20 US will be donated, of which the organization will get 60%. That, ladies and gentlemen, is awesome. And that's just one of many things here. If you're going to buy flowers, go ahead and buy them here through the flowers in these offers because a donation is made. Here's some Pro Flowers. If you're going to buy flowers anyway, do it here, and $10 is donated, of which 60% is donated to the organization. Mark, you had the privilege of showing, as Angie shared a bunch, she said swag bucks down here is one of her favorites. Anything you want to add about the special offers? I know this is one of our favorite ways of raising money.
Well, they're wonderful offers, and they're the top offers really in around the world, and they change every month, and they change based upon the offers that are available. This is one of the leading offer companies on the internet today, and so Swagbucks is a great loyalty program. Has tremendous offers, and you build Swagbucks that you can use to spend on items that you want to buy anyway. And I know that Angie uses Swagbucks quite a bit. She gets a lot of free items that she would normally have to buy just because she's using this to support her church. So it's a great fundraising tool.
Okay, that was offers. Thanks, Mark, for sharing that. The next one is sponsor. This is really cool. Thomas Bang added this for us. And watch this. When you click on sponsor, it's going to give you the featured business and the coupon that's on the affiliate's site. So in this case, again, the church is actually an affiliate. So this is the featured business and the coupon that they have on their site. But let's use an example of a free platform where you're the affiliate, you sign up for the organization, your featured business and your coupon are going to ride on all of the fundraising homepages of everybody that the organization gives it away to. So this is a good way to actually upgrade your organization to a premium account. When we talk about a premium account, we just mean that the organization actually buys the Sherlock system, then they get to use the featured business and the coupon themselves. They can easily go to a business owner that supports their cause and allow them the advertising spot on here and raise even more funds for their fundraiser. Mark, anything you want to share on this topic?
Well, it's great. One of the things that an organization needs, as much as fundraising, is to raise awareness of their mission, of their organization. So this really does help raise awareness, which is, as you get awareness to go out further and further in the community, you grow your organization. So that's as important as fundraising. So it's very helpful for that.
Great. We talked about search a little bit earlier, but search here, you click on search, you search here. Now these had to be legitimate searches. If you go in and just start searching to raise money, they literally know you're doing that. Come on, this is Yahoo, and they'll cut off that organization and not pay them any search revenue. So you want to teach your supporters to do legitimate search here. Stuff they would normally search the internet for, do it here, and it will raise funds for the organization. This is exciting. In fact, the guy that developed this program actually started with just this one element right here. That was it, and that's how it's evolved into this. It's very, very exciting. And the last one is mobile. If you click here, you can actually install one of these mobile apps, and when you do that, it's going to raise more funds for the organization. All right, so Mark, that's a quick overview of the fundraising platform. Let's go back and talk about the money that we make helping organizations raise money. All right, let's go back to the screen here, and we'll talk about the homepage commissions. When you sign up an organization for free, 100% of the usage income from the Sherlock app that rides on top of the homepage will go to you, the affiliate, that signed them up. Now, your sponsor will obviously make the 20% check match on that, but it'll be just like you gave the Sherlock away. 60% of all the other income-producing activities we talked about, the surveys, the mobile games, the mobile apps, the search, the special offers, 60% of all the donations, all the money that's raised there, 60% goes to the organization using the free homepage. 20% of all that other income goes to you, the affiliate that signed up the organization. And then if your sponsor is a power affiliate, they basically get a 20% check match on what you earn here. And so they're going to get a 20% check match on these activities of the organization, which ends up being 4% of all the revenue generated from these different ways. Now, we're not limited to what's on the site today. If you come up with great ways of raising money, you simply give us those ideas, and we'll be glad to add them to the site in the future. This is an evolving program, and we're very, very excited about where it's going. Mark, anything you want to add about the commissions here?
No, I think it's a wonderful structure, and it's important to know that the company that started this program, it was a 50% split between the company and the nonprofit or the organization raising money, whether it's a ball team or some charity. Now it's 60%, which is really great that the Sherlock Nation is actually increasing the amount of revenue going to the organization. I think that's great.
It is great, Mark.